If you guys need just a couple more coins to pick up some of these insane players to help out with the rushing tournament, go check out bestofallcoins.com right now. You'll get your coins in just a couple minutes, and you can use my code SABER to get 10% off your entire order.
You're listening to Retnik.
Hey, what is going on, guys? Sabrtooth back on Madden Mobile, and today I'm going to be going over my tips for building your team and the best way to set up your lineup, and your squad to dominate in this weekend's run play tournament. So I have a bunch of pretty advanced strategy and some really good players that you guys definitely want to pick up, and you guys should probably stick around for the whole episode because there's a bunch of stuff I'm going to be going over today, because this tournament, it's really fun, but it's also really tough. So if you guys are new to the channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button real quick and smash that like button if you guys want to see one more video today. If you guys want to see a third video, if we can smash 500 likes on this video, I will definitely try to get it out for you guys, and it's going to be going over my strategies for actually doing the tournament, executing the plays, and sort of play calling strategy, and we'll go over some drives live. So if you guys want to see that, make sure to hit that like button, and let's jump right into this. So you guys know this weekend's tournament is Alec Ogletree. Now currently it says he does not have a boost on him. I'm not at 15 wins, so I don't know if he actually does have a boost or not, but looking right here, he does not have a boost, so that's just something interesting to note. In the tournament so far, I'm doing okay. I have, 6 wins, and I think I've played 7 or 8 matches, so I've won the majority of my matches. This one right here, I did lose on time. He scored his 8 points in 27 seconds and scored my 8 points in 43 seconds. So a lot of these matches are going to be fairly low scoring, but that means there's also potential for them to be very high scoring. So you guys could get into shootouts with other players, which means the leaderboards are going to be tough to get in the top 1% because there's so many points being scored. If we look at the top players right now, let's see what they're at. He's at almost 1,000 points, which is pretty crazy. With 40 wins, you can get to almost 1,000 points. I'm at 6 wins, and I have 130 points, so 6 wins roughly times 8. So I'd be roughly where he is right now if I kept up at this rate, but that would be tough considering you're going to get matched up with some tough opponents. But I'm going to show you guys the best players for building your team with the highest run block, and easy to upgrade. So let's just jump right into the marketplace. Starting off at center. Center is a tough one. Oh, let's just start off with Ogard because I already have it queued up. In my opinion, the best players to choose for Ogard are these power line players right here. Pick any 2 of them, either Roger Saffold III, Brandon Scherf, or there's Andy Levitre, I believe. Parker Ewing here is going to cost a ton because of that Volt Master Ryan Shazier coming out, so he's obviously not an option. But really, any of these guys you can choose. This guy's going to give you +3 impact block, but he is a little bit lower on the run block, but I do have him on my team just because I like that impact blocking for the run game. Brandon Scherf is also going to give you plus impact block, but he is 82 run block. He is really low pass block, but the 82 run block and 79 impact block is really good for this tournament only. So he's definitely an option. And finally, Andy Levitre has 83 run block. He has lower pass block as well, but he boosts pass block, so that's not really going to help you out. But really choose any 3 or choose any 2 of these guys to be your O guards, and you should be set. Outside on the O tackle, obviously you can replace all these players with super high overall elites, but I'm going to go over sort of the cards that, if you guys can't afford the high overall elites and you just want to upgrade these guys to 88 or 89 through training, which I think is the much better option, because let's be honest, if you're buying players just for the run block just for this weekend, you're not going to want to just break the bank on these cards. So for O tackle, I like to go with Sean Coleman because he has 78 run block and 80 impact block. He's just a very balanced card, and when you upgrade him, he's super good. And on the other side, Eric Fisher Color Rush I think is the best option to get. Let's see if we can find him right here. He's got good run blocking as well at 79 and 80 impact blocking. They're both very similar cards, so definitely I would recommend both of them to pick up at center. On the other hand, center is a very weak run blocking position, but there is a team of the week center that I would recommend to upgrade, and that is Pat Elflein, or I'm pretty sure that's how you pronounce it, Pat Elflein. I don't really know, but this guy's a little bit on the more expensive side because centers with good run block are really tough to find. He only has 76 run block, but some of these centers just have absolutely terrible run block. This is one position that you might want to consider going elite at just because everybody else is so trash. And Kenny Britt, I believe the center for the Seahawks, is where I would go because he's the cheapest, the lowest overall. And he's got 78 run block and 79 impact blocking. Really, all centers to me seem like they're pretty weak at run blocking, so I don't know if you guys want to spend your coins there, but this is definitely a position that you may want to go elite at. Now, tight end, if you guys are going to listen to one thing, listen to this tight end. So I thought tight ends these prices might go up a bit, especially for the high run blocking cards. But I think people don't really understand that you should not be rocking your Evan Engram, be rocking your Rob Gronkowski or whoever you are, because they're not going to help you at all because it's run blocking. You guys want a high run blocking tight end, and the two high run blocking tight ends that I would recommend are Nick O'Leary and Anthony Fasano. Now, both of these cards are going for a relatively cheap amount of coins, 15k here for Nick O'Leary, and I think around 15 to 20k for Anthony Fasano. And both of these guys have super high run blocking. So let's go into my team and I'll train one of these up. I'll train up the Fasano just so we can see what his stats are going to look like maxed out. Now, keep in mind, if you guys want to spend a little bit less, you guys can see I have a lot of these. I was planning on investing in these because I thought their price would go up, but apparently it didn't too much. So it's definitely a good time for you guys to choose these for your team. Now, let's just do the Nick O'Leary because he's cheaper and he's easier to upgrade. He's not going to cost as much to upgrade. So let's see, who do we want to train him here with? Let's go with, unfortunately, I don't know who I want to train him with. We'll just train him with a couple of these 24/7 cards. Train and level up. We got our daily goal. And let's just take a look at these stats. Unfortunately, the problem with this is you can't actually see his run block because it's a hidden stat. But I think at this point, after training him up a couple levels, his run block's going to be seeing around an 81-ish. Both these guys have run blocks starting, and I think around 76 to 77, which is the highest out of all the tight ends in the game for this price. So definitely these guys have the best blocking. I'm not sure if it's actually the highest in the game for all tight ends. I can't exactly remember. I'm sure it'll come to my mind after I keep recording, but these are definitely two tight ends that you guys want to pick up. Really underrated strategy because tight ends will definitely help you out. They're not the highest tight end blocking in the game. You can Zach Miller from Chicago. He's an elite card. He has good run blocking as well, but these I think are the best cards to upgrade. Anthony Fasano, NFL 24/7 edition. I'm just checking for you guys online on Muthead real quick. His run block is 81 to start off with 72 impact blocking. So definitely that is a good option. And the Nick O'Leary 24/7, his base is actually a high overall, but the Nick O'Leary 24/7 has 80 run blocking. So both of these guys start with 80 run blocking, which is really, really solid for tight ends. Finally, let's talk about some things that you guys might not have originally thought of, and that's wide receivers. Wide receivers can have good run blocking as well, and one of them is an elite, Torrey Smith. I think he has the highest in the game run blocking for a wide receiver. Him and Eric Decker have the highest in the game, which is very interesting. I think he's got around 66 run blocking, something like that. He's got 84 speed, 84 agility, 86 acceleration. So you may want to use him on your team after you're done. I doubt you would. So if you guys really want to spend some coins to try to get better in this tournament, then you might want to consider picking him up. If you don't want to spend as many coins, you just want to maybe get one wide receiver that's good at run blocking, Jermaine Kearse is probably going to be your man. I believe he has around 64 run blocking, so when upgraded, he'll probably have around 70, which for a wide receiver is really not that bad. And when you're running down the field, sometimes your wide receiver can just lay the cornerback out, and if you guys have a high run blocking wide receiver, then that's going to make all the difference. Finally, for the wide receivers that you don't have high run blocking on and your quarterback, what I'm doing is just sticking in a bronze player at those positions. So really, Tyreek Hill has horrible run blocking. I might go pick up the Jermaine Kearse right after this. Actually, I haven't done it myself, but you just want to put in bronzes to lower your overall, because originally I was an 88 overall without those bronzes in, and now that brings me down to an 85. If we want to go the other wide receiver, we could really, he's already in my team, I guess, Griff Whalen, bring that overall down even further to an 83. And at your fullback spot, you can either go with a normal halfback here or go with a fullback with high run blocking. I'm just going with Zeke Elliott because there is that one run that utilizes your fullback, which honestly, it's nice to have a pretty competent halfback there because he can kind of get extra yards rather than a normal fullback would. But let's go over and just find a match, and we're going to see exactly what overall we pair up with, because originally I was getting paired up with 90 overalls, and that's a lot tougher than getting paired up with 83 overalls. So definitely this is one tip that you guys want to utilize if you're looking for fullbacks that you want to have high run blocking. You can go with some elites like Jalston Fowler or Roosevelt Nix. The problem is those guys are pretty expensive, and I don't think you would want to spend all those on just this rushing tournament. If you're looking for a cheaper gold version, you can go with Jalston Fowler's Team of the Week edition, or you can go with Glenn Gronkowski from the Patriots. Both of those guys have decent run blocking. Let's find a match and see what overall we get paired up with. Don't show this again. And let's see. So we get paired up with an 83 overall with an 83 defense. And guys, this is definitely a tip you want to utilize. Drop in some bronzes in those positions that you don't need, and you guys will get paired up with easy players while keeping your overall low and keeping your defense high. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you did learn anything new, make sure to hit that like button, and if you guys want to see another video today, just let me know in the comment section down below. And hopefully you guys do really well in this tournament. Stay hungry, stay humble, and remember, hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.